Yo, what's going on, guys? Superfly here, bringing you a new video. Today, we've got the new FC25 season finale update, and I'm going to run through it a little bit with you. It's not much in this update, but there's a big change coming to Goalkeeper. So this Thursday, I believe you will have the update. We're going to talk about it and show you some of the new changes that are coming in this update. So here we are on the EA forum update page where we've got the new season finale update. You guys can look in the pinned comments and I will link this for you so you can check it out yourself. But we want to take a look at some of these features here. Gameplay update, improving ground passes for skilled passers. So depending on how your build is, if you've got a high passing build, this will affect you a lot more. And if you don't have much passing, again, you'll get the reduced improvements. So as you can see before, when you had your passing maxed out, this is like the curve and the cone radius of a pass, and you've got error to the right and left of the player, and then this is what they've done after it. So the cone is a lot smaller on the inside of the player. The cone on the outside is still pretty large. I don't think there's much change. There's just like they've just tightened it up right on the edge. To be honest, I still think this is pretty poor. How accurate this is to the in-game is another question, but for me, I feel like this is still really poor. If you've got your passing maxed out to like 98, this cone here should be like on their feet. Like this is really bad. So why can't they tighten this cone up, you know, around the player? Like, why is it going so far out to your outside foot? Don't make sense to me. But anyway, that's what they've done. They've improved the passing, apparently. As you can see, the cone is a lot smaller, but it's still pretty bad in my opinion. And now this is the big one, guys. Reduced goalkeeper rush out playstyle effectiveness. We've tweaked goalkeepers in the season finale update based on your feedback. I want to know who is giving them the feedback for this, because I've given EA countless feedback for goalkeeper. And I know a lot of you guys have as well, gone into the forums and on their Twitter page and slammed them with goalkeeper faults. This is because, again, I've said it in my live streams, I've said it in previous videos, EA seems to think the more goals means a better game. And this is just another way for goalkeepers to have another problem. So the play styles didn't work. We all know that. Far reach doesn't never activate. Deflector hardly activates, and when it does, it still pushes the ball to a dangerous area. Cross claimer, which will activate, but it's really bad. Nobody uses it. It's absolutely terrible. The foot save, again, it can be useful, but it doesn't activate enough. What else we got? We got the one-on-one rush, which did activate, but when you got close to the ball, your keeper would slide and do some stupid animation. But I know a lot of players use it to make saves because it triggers like a boost when you hold in Y or triangle when they shoot the ball. I know a lot of you have been asking me to make videos on how to save that way. I have done one in the past. I don't know if I'm going to do one again because, to be honest, I don't really like the way that people are making saves just by holding Y. There's no skill gap there. And it's, you know, you're basically taking all the fun out of the game by holding Y or triangle to make saves. It does have its useful features, like rushing out to close people down. It can help you when you close people down and you make a save from it. But standing on your line, just constantly spamming Y or triangle to make saves, you're not going to learn that way. And then if they ever do make a huge change to that, you're going to be like you've never played goalkeeper before, because you're not going to know when to flick your stick, what direction. The timing is just going to completely off. So I would, if you are doing Y saves or triangle saves, I would try to limit it to as best as you can and only use it when it's like a one-on-one or people are running into the box and you're using it as it's meant to be used for. But I also understand why people are using it to make saves, because the goalkeeper right now is terrible. So the main thing is just keeping the ball out of the net. So here we've got slightly reduced the rate of acceleration for goalkeepers with the rush out playstyle plus. Significantly reduced the rate of acceleration for goalkeepers with the rush out playstyle. We've seen and heard from you that the keepers with the rush out playstyle plus were overly effective at closing down the attackers. Here's how that could have looked before. So this is what they think it looked like before. They've slowed it down for us here. So as you can see, let's count this. When he starts moving, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, okay? It's going to take for your player to get out to the edge of the box. And now this is what it looks like with the reduced acceleration. Doesn't look like any different, right? And I've already looked at this already. So what I'm about to show you here is me counting against. We're expecting this to be at least 5 or higher than 4, right? Because they've reduced the speed. But when I counted this briefly, I got to 3 seconds. But again, this is their like model version. We don't really know what stats this player has got, what build this player is, what speed. Like we don't know any of this stuff. And when I've been counting it, which we'll check here, when he starts running, we'll count 1, 2, 3. Let's go back up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not. I don't see any. Like to me, the reduced one seems quicker. EA really needs to work on their stuff, man, because they are the worst company I've ever seen. And you know, I've messaged them loads of times. I've sent huge forums explaining what playstyles are broken, what they could do to improve. But again, it's all the people crying about Goalkeeper being overpowered. This is the Goalkeeper community. You all know goalkeepers are not overpowered. We have the worst of everything. There's so much going on, right? And I've said many times that to help goalkeepers, it's not about boosting the goalkeepers up. First of all, they need to scrap all this with the goalkeepers, with reducing stuff for us, taking out quick reflexes and all these things. We need as much help as we can, right? Because we are the most important players on the pitch. We save a shot. For them to reduce our stuff is crazy. I understand we're talking about balance in games, and it's the most important thing, which they mention here, which we'll touch on in a minute. In fact, before I go into that, because it does dip into balance, naturally, we don't want to take away the ability of goalkeepers to rush incoming attackers, okay? But with this change, our goal is to create more balanced one-on-one situations and encourage a wider variety of defensive strategies. Right. We don't want to take away goalkeeping abilities. They mentioned the rush here, but let's just put this in a bracket here. Goalkeeper abilities. They've taken away quick reflexes. Over like the last 4 or 5 years, we've had the statue animation where our keeper just stands still, doesn't react. Before that, our keeper was so responsive. It was the best. You can't go from like, it wasn't never perfect, but it was much better than what it is now. We went from FIFA 11 when Goalkeeper got introduced, and it was cracked out of its skin. You could hold L1 or LB and flick the stick left or right, doesn't matter which way, and your keeper would save almost everything. It was fun, obviously, because you felt a beast. Up until about FIFA 15, 14, they had some reductions, and the keeper started to feel a bit more manual, where there was error. And my personal favorite was from FIFA 14 up to about FIFA 19. For that 5 years, that was like peak goalkeeping for me. I think that was the best. Then come FIFA 20, it started introducing these crazy animations, and goalkeeper just started getting really sluggy and slow and not responsive and things like that, right? So they know what they're doing. There was a couple of years back where Ultimate Team, the AI goalkeepers, and they were broken. They were saving everything. People were struggling to score. And then the whole foot community, everyone was complaining and crying because they couldn't score. To me, that's a good gameplay for me. I think you shouldn't be able to run up when you're running on goal, whether it's a one-on-one with your team. You can score from anywhere now. You can just finesse shot it out, Travella shot from outside the box from crazy angles. It is not fun. EA seem to think that scoring goals, seeing 5, 6-0, 5 goals, 6 goals, and finishing a game and on like, 11 goals apiece. It's crazy to me. That is not a fun gameplay. That is unbalanced. The fact they're saying here, we don't want to take anything away from goalkeepers. You have so much taken away from us. And then they're taking something else. So I've said to EA, right, many times, even when I went down to their headquarters in Guildford and I was in their building and I had a chance to speak to the devs, I brought up these problems with Goalkeeper, and I told them to their face, it's not enjoyable, right? people are always whinging about, like I just said, the amount of goals that are scored. Why can't you just make Goalkeeper work, make it responsive, make it have a skill gap where, you know, people have got to flick the right way. And if they don't flick the right way, their goalkeeper stumbles or something, you know? Like, bring a skill gap to Goalkeeper, and I am all up for that, right? If you flick your stick the wrong way, you should be punished. I agree. But don't add in these like reduced things where your keeper just stands there, the reactions, all this stuff, man. Like, the playstyles don't even work. The game could be perfect. If our playstyles worked, we might not even be whinging about goalkeeping. But the fact they don't even trigger is crazy. Like, and it's almost now, we're going into the FIFA 26 category now. We're starting to build for that. And there's been nothing. I can promise you it will be the whole year and we'll have no update on the playstyles for goalkeepers. And I've told them many times about the playstyles. Nothing seems to be getting done. And they want to talk about, you know, making goalkeepers not suffering, right? Not taking nothing away from us. But they are. All the time, they're doing it. So I said, why can't you bring reductions to the attackers? Like I've said again in my live streams, why can't, if a player's running down the pitch and they've got no stamina and they go to shoot the ball, because they've got a certain amount percentage of their bar, if it's low, their accuracy is way off. Their power is way less. Why can't you do like reductions like this, which is not really boosting us? It's just giving them a reduction, so which is a balancing thing. You're not taking from the goalkeeper, reducing our stuff, and then keeping the strikers or adding more stuff to the strikers or the attacking players. How is that balancing? You don't take from one and keep the other up or add. That's not balancing. If you're going to reduce us, give some reductions to the attackers. Like I said, if their stamina's low, the shot gets more not as powerful, it's not as accurate. Same for the headers. The way that the defenders make tackles and stuff, and it bounces back to them. It's all these little things where it just pushes the advantage to the attackers. It's crazy. The shot power. Then you added low driven shot. Then you've got the power shot on top of that, which they have slightly improved that now. But you remember the start of FIFA where people were power shotting from everywhere, even in compare, and it's sort of died down a little bit now. But every goal was shot by a power shot. And even now, it's still, when someone pulls it off, it's still really hard. But the defense and players around have realized now they need to close people down much quicker. But the power shot is ridiculous. It's every little thing to improve the attackers. And this is just another thing just to reduce us as goalkeepers. Guys, I said it before. If FC26 is not good for goalkeepers and they don't have any improvements, it will be my last one. I already don't want to play FIFA at the minute because of all this that's happening with EA, and it's just not fun to play goalkeeper anymore. And I know you guys really want me to play it, and I know I have that responsibility for you guys to keep pumping out the content and giving you tips and tricks and builds and all that good stuff. But when you've been doing it and playing FIFA goalkeeper from FIFA 11, and it's slowly starting to take its toll on me now, and I'm really had enough with it. It's so boring. I only play pro clubs when I'm playing competitive, which is what, twice a week, 3 times a week, and then I'm off. I don't play it any other time. And I know there's a lot of other people like that as well. Nobody plays pro clubs anymore. I know there's a few other people, and I do get offered, but nobody plays it. You know, when you're with your proper buddies, they're all like, nah, I'm not playing. It's dead. I only want to play when it's compared, and they jump on for compared, and everyone dips. You know it, I know it. Everyone dips. And there's no, after the competitive game, so should we all hang around for another hour or two, play? Everyone just dips. It's crazy. But yeah, this is the reduced goalkeeper rush playstyle that's come in probably this Thursday, and they've improved. This is what the headers were meant to have been like before, where it glances off the head. Now they're a lot more accurate, so expect a lot more headers to go on target, and be ready for those headers from corners and crosses now. And then there's more foot stuff. But yeah, guys, and if you want to give feedback with this, you can. So yeah, guys, comment down below what your thoughts are with this. Am I overreacting here or what? But yeah, the only thing I can say is everyone needs to go into the EA forums here. What is it? FC25. Go here in the EA forums, and then go to general discussion, and post a forum post and everyone going to complain about Goalkeeper. If you want something to happen, we all need to jump in and do it. I will be creating one myself after this video, and you may already see mine up there. If and when I do it, I will obviously I'll comment in the video below, so you guys can go over there and give it an upvote or comment below within that forum post. Something's got to change, guys. Otherwise, if we don't speak up, Goalkeeper is just going to get worse and worse and worse, and to the point where nobody's going to want to play it, which is a shame, because Pro Clubs is made for 11v11, and if nobody's going to be playing it, they might as well just put AI back as Goalkeeper. Make sure you go here. It's just ea.com forums. If you type that in Google, you'll find it. But yeah, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below what your thoughts are with this new update. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.